6:03, I call this meeting to order. Present are myself, Leslie Jones, Mark Johnson, Dr. Kendall, and Lori DeVos. Okay.
Good.
Any
No old business.
Old business?
No guests.
No guest present. Okay. So let's get started with the new news.
So 2260, they added policy language for accommodations for students who are mothers who are breastfeeding.
Okay.
Okay, so that was done by law, so we've already adopted the protocols for it.
Okay.
So it's become official in our documents.
Okay, so we're just putting them in the, what area are we going to use as a state? Do we have to state that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we already have
It's-
accommodations for them?
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Okay. 415 deals with protocols for protecting people's identity with Social Security. Social Security numbers. So we only have one person who has access to Social Security numbers, and she is trained. So we're up to date with that law. Dan Secretary Sue.
You want to just share with
Sue
me?
Herman?
Yes, fine.
Sue Smolinski.
Smolinski.
I'm used to going
There were times where everybody had them. We pulled all those out.
Security number.
Okay. 4110 has to do with transportation, and a lot of times there must have been a situation in one of the school districts. So previously it said walking to school, they're adding or from school. So it's something happened somewhere in the state on the way home, a kid on the way home from school, but policy didn't cover going home, so now it does.
Okay. Okay, wait a minute. I'm looking at your
410.
highlights. I'm looking at the highlights.
Okay. Oh, you're cheap.
His highlights are your underlined items.
Oh, they're already underlined.
If you
up
go in a couple sections and you'll be at the press recommendations. See the orange pages?
These are Brevin.
Go
one
all the
more
way
section.
down below the orange page. Can you look on the side of your binder here?
here.
Yeah. See, there's an orange page. So you want to go behind that,
Okay.
and then now we're at 4170. And that shows the underlined items that press recommends. It's okay.
Okay, there we go. 4170.
Yeah.
4170 requires us to test our water for lead.
Okay.
We've already done that and we're fine with it, but it's required as part of policy.
So how often will we do that?
Pardon?
How often?
Don't know.
Can you check?
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
I think that's in there somewhere. And then some language about a crisis response plan. They added the words emergency operations and crisis response plan. Page 205 talks about not adding safety drills, but requiring one to be with the fire department, one to be about tornadoes, and one to be a school shooting. So it used to just say you had to have 4 safety drills, but they didn't specify, so now they're specifying. And we do that already. So page 3 of 5 talks about some language that on the AEDs, making it more specific than what they were. Okay, so the defibrillators.
They have to have defibrillators in every
We have that, right.
section.
Right.
Okay.
So it's just adding additional language to those. Okay.
I read that somewhere.
590 There's some language that's required by law. If a student is in immediate danger, we're supposed to call 911 right away. And then somewhere somebody didn't, so now they're making it explicit. And
590.
throughout here, a lot of the 590, 304.
It came right after the 4170.
I did. Yeah. Give me a second.
That's okay.
A lot of the cleanup in writing, they took out all the numbers and changed it to words. So the word, we used to have the number 5, they're recommending now that it's changed to the word 5.
Sometimes I go through and just check for grammar and spelling, and and those aren't anything that really has to be approved, but that's included in here.
But they're in there. So.
Education.
Good?
I'm good.
5200 and 5.
Okay, wait a minute. Back on the 590. I do have a question because when I actually took this online, they're offering a free course online now. And they're saying that if you're a mandated reporter, then you need to take the online class, and it's free too, but through the state of Illinois.
We do that already.
But we don't require the board members to do it, but we're still mandated reporters. If you have anything to do with children, it states in there that you have to.
You guys want to take another test? I'm with you.
It's really easy. It's not really complex.
Yeah, we can do that.
But the board members have to take. That's one of the things. They don't put it on the. I guess the original face of it, but when I took the class, it stated that if you have anything to do with children, because we're at the schools or whatever, if you're around children, then you need to take.
I didn't think it was one of the mandated board trainings, but we can check.
It's not the PLT, or it's not right there. You're not going to see it on PLT. You're not going to see it on Open Meetings Act, and you're not going to see it on. It's the other.
There's a list of what you have.
There's
to take.
3 classes that you have to take by the state of Illinois for board members. But when I read it, that's why I think I called. There's a test that they say because we're around children, we have to take it, so we'll know who to report to. And I when I took it, it was like it was the one instance that we don't have to have approval to say, hey, this I observed this. You know, like a few of the incidents that happen. So like if I'm in an event or function, I need to report it to you, and you have to immediately report it to the bodies to be. Okay, so we have to take. It's one of those things you have to take. It's in there, but it doesn't. They don't put it. I don't know why ISB has it there, but it's not in the other.
Yeah, it's weird because it says the term school official includes school employees and volunteer coaches.
So,
but we can check and find out.
We're school officials, so I don't know about the wording. So I want to check.
We'll check.
We'll check with our attorneys and
find out.
Whatever. Sure. You can take it. Anyway, we're not saying you can't take it. You can take it, but if we have to take it, we'll make sure.
Then we'll make sure. Yeah.
It's free, so it's not a cost to it. So it wouldn't hurt, but I think it's a necessity.
Right.
More so than a.
Okay.
Okay.
5200.
Okay, so
has some cleanup language, some grammar. And then it adds that a social worker can't work with our students outside of the school day. So sometimes if you create a relationship, you can charge outside of the school day. If you're working with them inside the school, you can't.
Okay.
And that's the law
that's a law.
Keeping up with the law.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go back to Aaron's Law right here. I think it's that. That's I think that's where I found it. Under Aaron's Law, DCF Mandated Reporter Status Form, DCFS.
What?
And it did
590. You're still on.
I'm sorry. I need to go back to that.
What page?
Board policy. Superintendent shall execute.
304.
Which page are you at the bottom?
590, 304.
And are you looking at a footnote or?
No, I'm looking at the main.
Okay.
Because a lot of, I don't know, if I hadn't taken that course, or if I hadn't already been in the schools, I wouldn't know that. But if I hadn't taken the course, I wouldn't know certain things that I need to report to. So I think it's on the safe side to take that.
I think this speaks specifically to employees.
Superintendent shall execute the requirements in board policy.
For district employees.
I'll have to, district employees, but it also says board members too. It's probably in the course outline policy that I took. So,
For
special school board members' responsibilities. Each individual board member must, if an allegation is raised to the board member, open meetings code. It says special board on 4.4. Each individual board member
so
must.
If you hear it, you have to tell me because
Right.
I'm an employee.
You're an employee. We
Right.
have to report it to you. That's
Right.
one instance where we can act in and of ourselves. You know how board members cannot act in. It's the one case that you can't
where
act
you're
in
mandated.
because we were
if you-
mandated
right.
to tell what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you understand that?
It sounds like it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Let's get going.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Substitute teachers, 220. There's some cleanup language. A substitute teacher holding a substitute license may teach for any one licensed teacher under contract only for a period not to exceed 90 paid school days in any one school term. So they added paid school days.
It's cleanup language.
I don't know why. But I think it's what we follow anyway.
What page?
5220 is the section that we're on. We already did the
Mhm, got that.
201, yeah.
School day. 1 or 3? 1 or 2?
No, you're at 200, 220.
All right. Nope. 1 and 2. Right here.
So they added 90 paid in any one term. It's just clean up
Because at first it
language.
was 90 days.
It's just 90 days. So
Now it's 90 paid days.
does it include weekends and holidays? Or now we know
Okay.
it's a school day only. Okay.
Next.
5240.
Suspension without.
Page
Some
2.
cleanup language. The second page, page 2 of 3. There's some specific language if DCFS determines that there's an open case against one of our employees, what you have to do. You have to suspend them without pay. Okay,
That's a new addition to the policy.
right. So
By law.
we're more conservative. We would never wait for DCFS to deal with it. We would deal with it appropriately long before that. So while the language, we can put it in, we're going to be more conservative than what the language has.
Okay.
Okay. 290, same thing with changing the number 2 to the word 2. And then there's some more, the exact same language is in the back.
Yeah, refers to DCFS.
So the second one talks about termination because of the DCFS report. Okay. 5330. There's been some law changes.
It's actually legal references. Policy.
Sick days, vacation days.
Policy remains the same. That's just a
Yeah,
footnote.
yep.
So that we don't have to worry about. We don't put the footnotes in there. Footnotes are more for our attorneys than for us.
Yeah.
Because it gets down to those details, we'll call in our attorneys anyway. Okay. $650.
AHG. Okay, 5-6. I'm sorry.
650.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, AHG.
Good.
Let's see. All citations. Let's see. School wellness. So they just changed.
A couple of things. They added the word based. It says school activities. They wanted to insert the word school-based activities. They wanted to eliminate the word designee and just put it on the superintendent, which is fine. They did some renumbering, and they changed the wording on, these are fundraisers, I think.
Talking about the nutrition facts?
standards, yeah.
Sorry.
So the nutrition standards, the laws have changed on, so we have to adapt to those laws.
Yeah, they cleaned up the language a little bit.
Okay.
Good?
Are you in 660 now?
Yeah, this is the one. 660. This the one I'm
Page
looking
4.
for? Yeah. So 660, during the new ESSA laws, they did some changing with PE.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, state of Illinois mandate on this is an ESSA, I'm sorry, this is the evidence-based funding. This is one of the reliefs that they gave schools for mandated laws. You can reduce PE to 3 days a week as opposed to 5. We're not doing that. We're not recommending that. So I'm recommending we just leave that out of the.
Okay.
It's legal, but it really doesn't fit a high school model to have kids go to PE 3 days a week.
Yeah, because what
What
would
do
they
you
do
do
with
on the
them?
other 2 days?
Mhm.
So we're on a different schedule. So
We're just leave that out. It kind of works in elementary school because they can go to PE certain days and then they can go to pull-out programs and other things that fits them, but it doesn't really fit us. Okay, so that one we don't have to worry about. 6150 has to do with homebound instruction. So when a student can't come to school, we're mandated by law to send a teacher to the house. Our current policy only says we can accept a note from a physician. Now it expands it to a physician's assistant or advanced practice registered nurse. So more people can
From the doctor's office.
can allow.
This is
us-
following up on that stuff we had the other day, right? That the lawyers was talking about.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep. And that's in there twice, so that's the same. Certificate of completion, they change the numbers to the words.
The number 4 to the word 4.
300,
Somebody said you messed up.
310.
633.
So also in 310 is waivers for PE. So we have, if you're in band as a senior, and there's some other listed specifics where you don't have to take PE. They've since expanded that.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to put it in the policy as of yet. I want Corey to take it through a few different places and then run it through her committee. Okay? So we can stay with the old one and it's legal. We can go to the new one and it's legal.
Okay.
It's just a matter of having time to figure out what everybody's preference is. Okay, so that one I'm going to recommend. I don't know how we say that.
We just don't bring it for full board vote because the committee agrees not to.
Okay,
pass
but
it
we
at
have
this
to hold on it and get a decision for the next policy meeting.
Yeah, okay.
We're still going to be legal. It's not mandated by law.
I'll put it in our policy folder. And
Right.
you can look at it again then the next time you meet.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
We're not ready for that one yet. 6340 has to do with footnotes only, so we don't have to worry about that. 715, they eliminated ward of the state from the language. If you look in our current language, it says allow the child or ward. They just eliminated it and just called it the child.
Yeah, that's all it was. Cross out to it.
So 720 is for harassment. For harassment, they explicitly say that there's certain positions that are responsible for that. They added language that says any staff member with whom the student is comfortable speaking. So just to give kids a little more of an opportunity to whoever they feel comfortable with, instead of it being the exclusive responsibility of certain people. So everybody has that responsibility.
Well, that's kind of like the Simone type situation where she didn't feel anybody and she went
Right.
home.
Right.
Okay.
770. Deals with students whose parents are in the armed services, giving them some flexibility in attendance and us working with them if they need to be with their parents at certain times or certain opportunities. We got to be flexible with that, which we are already, but now we're mandated by policy. 7180 adds that same language for harassment to bullying. If somebody's bullying, anybody who's comfortable is included in the policy now.
Okay.
7250, they add the word school in front of school nurse, school psychologist, school social worker, and school counselor. There's specific training if you're a school nurse or a school counselor, so they want to just highlight it. It's not just any nurse. 7260.
That only change that they had
That's
there
just-
pertains to grade schoolers, so really this is just footnotes.
Footnotes, right.
For us.
So we don't have to worry about
Right.
that. And the last one I want to put on hold, that's allowing our nurses to use Narcan if somebody's overdosing on an opiate.
Right.
Problem is we can't find it right now, so I want to do a little bit more research. This one I may add after we get a chance to talk to the nurses next week. Okay, but the nurses are in favor of it, but we don't want to put it in a policy if we can't find the Narcan. So it says we're supposed to have it. If we don't have it,
Yeah.
we don't
Is there a
wanna be
substitute or
vulnerable.
a generic or something?
Yeah, I don't believe
Because
so.
I know that they just mentioned it on there.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to give me a chance to do some research on there. But if we have it, I'm comfortable, and our nurses want it and are comfortable with it. We thank God I've never
It's like
had an
$1,000
incident.
or something like that, a dosage for that.
Yeah, yeah, but it'll
So
save
we
a
need to
life.
save a life.
Save a life. So for us, we haven't had a case yet, so we're lucky.
How we doing with bullying? We don't have a lot of cases of that.
We done?
Adjourn at
Okay, I call this meeting
Adjourn.
Adjourned.
Meeting.
at 6:25.
Yeah.